Welcome to our channel, where we dive into the captivating stories of history. Today, we're exploring a pivotal chapter in Kenya's struggle for independence. The Mau Mau Uprising, a violent conflict that took place in Kenya between 1952 and 1960. The Mau Mau were a group of Kikuyu rebels who fought against British rule in Kenya. They were motivated by a number of factors, including land alienation, forced labor, and racial discrimination. The Mau Mau Uprising was a bloody and brutal conflict. It was eventually suppressed, but it had a lasting impact in Kenya. It helped to accelerate the country's independence, and it also raised awareness of some of the problems of colonialism. The seeds of discontent were sown in the early 20th century when the British arrived in Kenya, and the indigenous people were displaced. The divide between the settlers and the Africans grew wider as the British government enacted policies favoring the minority white population and marginalizing the African majority. By the 1940s, the Kikuyu, who comprised the largest ethnic group in Kenya, had started organizing themselves to challenge the British. One of the earliest hostilities was in 1952, when a group of Kikuyu rebels attacked a British police station in the village of Nairi. The rebels were led by Dedan Kimathi, a charismatic figure who had been agitating for Kikuyu rights for many years. Kimathi, along with other Mau Mau leaders, believed in using any means necessary to achieve their goals. The Mau Mau fighters employed guerrilla warfare tactics, making use of the dense forests and mountains to their advantage. Their targets included British officials, settlers, and collaborators, as well as some loyalist Kikuyu members who opposed their cause. The British government declared a state of emergency in Kenya, and troops were dispatched to quell the rebellion. The colonial administration launched a harsh crackdown on suspected Mau Mau sympathizers, leading to widespread arrests, detentions, and extrajudicial killings. One of the most infamous incidents was the Olu massacre in 1959, where 11 detainees were beaten to death by British guards in a detention camp. This shocking event drew international attention to the atrocities being committed by the British forces in Kenya. The Mau Mau movement gained popular support among the African population, who saw it as a symbol of resistance against colonial oppression. In 1960, the British government conceded to pressure and initiated talks with African leaders, leading to the Lancaster House Conference in London. These negotiations paved the way for Kenya's independence, which was achieved on December 12, 1963. Jomo Kenyatta, who had been arrested during the Mau Mau Uprising, became the country's first prime minister and later its president. Kenya's independence marked the end of British colonial rule, bringing hope and new opportunities for the nation's people. However, it was also a brutally violent time in history, and the psychological and social impact of the uprising still affects Kenyan society. Join us next time as we explore another captivating moment in history. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate your support. Until next time, farewell.